A friend of mine asked me to make a behind-the-scenes video for the short film Walk-In Closet my wife and I recently did, so I thought I'd make this video to go over some of the special effects and discuss some of the reasons why we did what we did for the short film. The short film came about really quickly. My wife and I were home watching Netflix one night and were kind of bored and decided, well, we should make a short film. So we came up with an idea of a woman doing laundry who puts something in the closet, shuts the door, and then the closet mysteriously opens. And when she checks it, there's nothing there. But as she continues to do her chores, the door opens on its own. She walks in and it slams behind her with no real reason why. We didn't really have a full-fledged plan going into this project. We just decided to film something, and so we did. Because we didn't do any pre-planning and we just kind of spur of the moment decided to make a short film, we didn't really have any time to go over anything or really plan anything out. Actually, it's probably fine. Okay. And action. So we came up with everything pretty much in the moment, and that's kind of why the short film moves a little slow in the beginning, and then the last half, I think it picks up a little bit, but we really wanted to play around with silence in this. That was a major thing for me, was playing around with nothing happening and then suddenly having something happen. So when Katie's looking into the closet after it's just opened, we have a lot of back and forth, and then suddenly the light turns on. Now that sound isn't actually the sound of a light switch, it's actually the sound of one of the doors shutting that I used in place of the light switch just because I thought it sounded better. Speaking of sound, the entire short film's sound was done in post-production. We used none of the actual audio from when we filmed. We went ahead and re-recorded everything using a Rode NTG2 microphone and an H4n Zoom recorder. I like to re-record all my audio in post because I think you have more control over it. And audio really is the most important thing in your short film. Now, I really am a fan of practical effects. I don't like to do things in computer as much as possible, and I tested for this project doing a few things in the computer. In one of the original cuts of this short, when Katie's doing the laundry and she's blurred out in the background, the photo frame in the front has a face appear in it, kind of look towards her, and then come back out, and I ended up taking that out, one, for pacing, and two, I just didn't think it looked real enough, so I didn't want to have it in if it wasn't something that I thought was up to par. The way we did the door opening and the door slamming was really, really simple. I have some clear thread. I just doubled it up and wrapped it around the door and hid behind the door for one shot and pulled it open. And I was actually hiding in front of the bed when Katie walks into the closet and it slams shut, and then I just sped that shot up in post. Are we ready? 3, 2, don't move. The way we did the light turning on is I actually hid in the closet and flipped the light on and then had Katie freeze, and I kind of ran out and hid behind the bed. I ended up cutting it in a way that really didn't matter. I didn't need to match cut Katie standing there, so she didn't really need to freeze, but had I wanted to match those two shots up, the shot of before the light turning on, Katie jumping, and then the shot after, I could have had Katie not really moved. For editing, I used Premiere Pro and After Effects. All the titling was done inside of After Effects using Red Giant's plugins Universe and the VHS plugin, actually, in order to do that titling. And all of the color correction was done in DaVinci Resolve. And then at the end, I added a film look and modified it a little bit from Red Giant as well. From beginning to end, the short film took about 4 hours to film and about 2 to 3 days to edit. So it was a fairly quick process, and I wanted to keep things simple. I wanted to try to have it move as quickly as possible, but tell some form of coherent story that hopefully made sense. I know nothing really actually happens. It's just an evil closet, but you're welcome. You know, what are you going to do in 4 hours? So I hope you enjoyed the short film. I hope that this behind-the-scenes commentary was interesting. I apologize for all of my P's punching a little hard in this mic. I don't have a pop filter on it right now. I know I should, but it's packed away or lost into the darkness somewhere. I'm not sure where it is right now. but I will hopefully get one soon. And hopefully we'll be able to keep doing short films. We got a couple of new ideas, and maybe do some behind the scenes commentary like this if anybody finds this interesting and helpful. Thank you for watching.